Hey everybody, this is Arthur. I want to talk about what we need to do to make California great again. This is a great hat. I got it as a gift from Joe Reitkop. She has a group called Make California Great Again. They have their own logo. She offered me this. It's a great hat. I get so much support from people. There was one person I was walking home today who got completely triggered by this hat. He started shouting at me saying, Trump is going to jail. Trump is going to jail. He's going to prison. I mean, it's just unbelievable how insanely triggered people get when they see this hat. Well, that's too bad. Because here in California, we need to remind the whole country that 4.5 million people voted for Donald Trump. Not just Republicans, also independents and even Democrats. I met those Democrats, registered Democrats here in Torrance, California. So I'm following the example of a couple of other activists who are very strong on social media, as well as making their presence known in public and on YouTube. We need to talk about what it's going to take to make California great again, especially for election 2018. This is very much a crucial election, and I submit to you it's even more crucial than what happened in 2016 with President Trump's election, plus the Republicans holding on to the House and the United States Senate. If anyone's been paying attention for the last year and a half, Democrats struggled immensely to win House seats in special elections and to compete in other statewide races. But they actually won a U.S. Senate seat in Alabama, and they've been picking up legislative seats all over the country. Now, those legislative wins are not significant in that they haven't changed the balance of power in the different state legislatures. But if we're not careful, this kind of outrageous unrest and momentum coming from the regressive left in this country is going to take us by surprise. Fortunately, President Trump's tax reforms are immensely popular. They're growing in popularity, in fact, as more people see money in their paychecks, as more people see job opportunities expanding across the country. Even here in California, we're seeing some business growth at the same time as we're seeing creative destruction and the other unjust regulatory burdens that are hurting businesses. I made a video about that, about what's happening on 1 Street in Torrance last week. I cannot stress this enough. This is about more than personal or even political preferences. We must all get behind Travis Allen for governor. Travis Allen is by far the best candidate to be the Republican candidate in the general election. Good news came out this morning. One of the three potentially major contenders among the Republicans, a guy named Doug Ozzie, who had served as a congressman in the Sacramento region, dropped out today. He had announced only 2 weeks prior. He dropped out, recognizing that there was no way for him to raise money. We have now one major contender left who needs to be removed, and that's John Cox. I don't care how much money this guy has. He advertised himself as a progressive Republican when he was in Illinois. This is a guy who ran for many offices and lost. This is a guy who served as some ancillary, recorder, auditor for a short period of time. Then he carpetbagged here to California, pushing a neighborhood legislature initiative, which, by the way, I supported. But I'm not going to get into that. That initiative failed to get on the ballot. And so who knows what he's done with the money that he's collected for that initiative. There are people in the John Cox camp who are lying, saying that Travis Allen is not pro-life. That's total garbage. The only reason that certain assembly members had a D+ rating from Planned Murderhood, the only reason is that there's certain pieces of legislation which were tax cuts, which Travis Allen supported, that also Planned Murderhood also supported, incidentally. That's the only reason. It is a false, fatuous fraud that is being pushed by the John Cox camp going after Travis Allen. He is pro-life. He is pro-liberty. He is one of the most outspoken conservatives on the floor of the state legislature. Many times he would vote alone against bad legislation, including a bill that would have granted copyright protections to public communications and video recordings. I cannot stress this enough, folks. We need to get behind Travis Allen. We need to call out the lies of the John Cox campaign, and we need him to get out. I don't care how much money John Cox has. He is not able to buy the support and enthusiasm of California voters. John Cox didn't support Donald Trump. He voted for Gary Johnson. Why would he do that? What was he trying to hide? I submit to you that he was trying to position himself as some kind of different of an independent conservative to try to scoop up Democratic or independent votes if he was able to get into the general election. He wasn't thinking about principle. He was only thinking about his political fortunes, and I have a real problem with that. Not voting for Trump was essentially voting for Hillary Clinton. And John Cox voted for Gary Johnson. Gary Johnson is not a libertarian. He was an open border statist who would have put people in jail if they wouldn't bake a cake for a gay wedding. Gary Johnson called religious liberty a black hole, of discussion, and that was just beyond offensive. In fact, I hated Gary Johnson more than I hated crooked Hillary. Okay? We have to support Travis Allen. We have to support Travis Allen. He is the best candidate for governor. He has a record of fighting against corruption. He has a record of opposing illegal immigration. I met him at the 2017 California Republican Party convention that took place in Sacramento. He took a photo with me. I gave him contact information for We the People Rising, and he met with them. He invited them to speak as witnesses on behalf of his legislation to defund sanctuary cities in the state of California. He has done stuff. He has rallied to support students of all backgrounds when the state of California wanted to target students based on their race and make it harder for them to get into college. Travis has a long record supporting the Bill of Rights for American citizens in this state. He has panache, he has flair, he knows how to reach out to people. He is the candidate we need to support. Also, I am urging all of you, if you live in the South Bay, please come to. There's going to be a California Republican Party debate, California Republican Assembly debate sponsored by the CRA. It's taking place at Marzi Auditorium in El Camino College. I will be attending there. I will be there to record. I'm going to go live. I'll probably be going live at about 6:30. The debate begins at 7. Initially, Doug Ozzie, along with John Cox and Travis Allen, were going to be there. But Doug Ozzie's dropped out. So this is going to be a major clash between Travis Allen and John Cox. We need to be there to support Travis Allen. We need to be there to make sure that John Cox gets the message that no matter how much money he spends, he is not going to get our support. Now, I've got a lot of you who are making comments here in the chat rooms. Some of you live in Florida. Some of you live in Texas. Some of you are saying California is a cesspool. It's unsalvageable. And I'm telling you, that's wrong. California voters helped to flip Pennsylvania, Ohio. They called into those states. They offered their volunteer services to help Trump win those states. We need you to return the favor. The Democratic Party's pathway to taking back the House runs through California. They are targeting House seats in Central California, and they're targeting House seats in Southern California. We need your help. We need donations. We need volunteers to come down here and support Republican candidates, whether they are incumbents or they're new challengers because the incumbents have chosen to retire. You want to ensure that Republicans hold on to the House as well as hold on to the U.S. Senate. You need to be paying attention to California. Making California great again is going to help ensure that the president can continue to make America great again. How many of you would like to see Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi? Raise your hand. I'm sure nobody's raising their hand right now. Alzheimer's Nancy Pelosi cares more about illegal aliens than she does about American citizens of all backgrounds. We must not allow Nancy Pelosi to have one step, any opportunity to regaining the speakership. Can you imagine inquiries, subpoenas being issued week after week after week to slow down the president, to tie up his staff, to push out his administrative capabilities, to undermine his executive cabinet? That's going to happen, folks, if Democrats take back the House. Can you imagine Maxine Waters being the chairman for the Finance and Banking Committee? Can you imagine the economic upheaval that will be wrought upon this state, on this country, if Maxine Waters becomes the chairwoman, because she is next in line for that seat. And by the way, yes, support Omar. Omar Navarro is the candidate I support for the 43rd Congressional District. All the other people running are a bunch of lazy people who have no business running. They just have a serious problem with Omar, or they're part of the corrupt leadership in the Republican Party Central Committee here in Los Angeles County. That's all they are. They're just a bunch of butthurt losers who can't stand the fact that Omar Navarro commands so much respect and has raised a great deal of money. Folks, we need you to help out in California. Donate money. Get on a bus, get on a plane, get out here and help Republicans, incumbents and challengers, to win, to get into the top two and to win the seats in the general election. We need you to help Travis Allen become the next governor of the state of California. Your future and this country's future is at stake. California still matters. 4.5 million people voted for Trump in this state. We have a large and diverse and vocal coalition here, and we need your help. No, California is not a lost cause. The majority leader currently in the House of Representatives is Kevin McCarthy of Bakersfield, California. This state still matters. Do you guys like the work that Devin Nunes has done exposing the deep state? Devin Nunes is the current chairman of the House Intelligence Committee. Do you really want Adam Schiff to be the next chairman? The same shifty, lying little Adam Schiff who has been leaking lies to the press to undermine our president? I don't think so. You need to pray for California to be great again. We need money to go to Travis Allen to support his election for governor. We need to put pressure on any other Republican running for governor in the state of California to drop out. Laura Smith bullied me and tried to shame me because I support Travis Allen. She called me an ass, and then she said that I don't need your vote. Laura Smith is a waste of space. Stasi Barth lied to me and said that Travis Allen is taking Munger money. That's not true. Dr. Robert Newman has been a friend and an ally in the fight against illegal immigration, but it is a waste of time for him to run for governor, not supporting him. Folks, we've got to stop wasting our time on these piddling third-tier, fourth-tier candidates who are just living in vapid idealism. Travis Allen has a work ethic. Travis Allen has the principles. Travis Allen has fought hard for Californians, and he is our best choice for governor, and we need to all get behind Travis Allen. We need to support Dana Rohrabacher. He is facing the fight of his life. He has been awesome on immigration. We need to support a good Republican to replace Ed Royce. We need to support Diane Harkey for Congress to replace Darrell Issa. We must stand with conservatives who will continue to support the president's MAGA agenda in Washington. I'm going to say this again, folks. The Democratic Party's pathway to retaking the House of Representatives, it runs through California, through the central districts, as well as through the Central Valley, as well as Southern California. We need everybody. Donate, support, do what you can to help continue to make California great again. All right, folks, this is my live feed for today. Tomorrow night at 6 p.m., I will be going live at Marcy Auditorium at El Camino College. There will be another debate. It will be between Travis Allen and John Cox, and we need to send the message loud and clear. We support Travis. We want to make California great again. We want to make America great again. John Cox did not support our president. We must not support John Cox. He needs to get the message to drop out and support Travis Allen. All right, folks, feel free to keep commenting. I will talk to you again soon.